Hi, internet people. So this episode of Killjoys, I feel like is going to be really odd to recap because mostly everything about it is just kind of like action and goofy. Like I can recap it. I know I'm capable, but I feel like it's gonna be a little disjointed. Even though I really, really love this episode. It was a campier, I'm gonna say campier episode than some of the more recent ones because it was a heist instead of like super war focused. Like they were still doing something for their war, but it was pulled away and brought in some older characters. So, okay, in order to get to take down Anila's ship, they need these crystals that these vibrating crystal things, vibrating thing. I don't know. At one point Johnny just calls them giant vibrators, which turns it into a vibrator heist, which is hilarious. Johnny also says ass to mouth 80 times. Okay, it's not really 80, but I was like, this was not what I expected tonight. So Dutch is weirdly calm, kind of happy. Basically pop music plays when she's around. It's so weird. But David and Johnny don't know what's going on. Zeph doesn't know what's going on. She hasn't explained how she's connected to Anila yet. David and Johnny are trying to figure out what to do in order to have a successful war plan. So once they figure that out and they decide they're going to have to go Vibrator heist, they wind up asking for help from Borna, who hasn't been in this season yet. She was in last season though. You remember her, lives in a desert elite area, has multiple husbands, although she frequently calls them wives, just cause, I guess. So they make a deal, and then we learn that Jelko is currently Borna's third husband. And they're like, okay, Jelko's back. They ask for help, that happens, and then they're going forward with the heist, but no one was gonna they had a plan. The plan is going horribly awry. Then suddenly Jelko shows up. Also, there are a ton of sex jokes in this episode besides the ass to mouth thing. Just a ton of sex jokes. But Jelko shows up and Johnny's like, it's like an STD. He's like an STD. He just keeps showing up. And he's trying to rob the same thing, but he's doing it because he thought that they were already successfully robbing it. It's a horrible premise, but he gets captured and so does Davin. Even though Dutch is able to get the vibrating thing they need. I think it's a crystal. I just keep wanting to call it a vibrator because I can. And so now Borna wants help getting her third husband back. Because they got the key code stuff to be a driver from this guy at the bar. They went to the Royale, and oh my gosh, Dutch tries to hit on this guy, it doesn't work. Johnny tries not so subtly to also hit on this guy. Then Davin just has this massive gun, because turns out the guy just really likes guns. So they get this guy, they make a scan of his eye and take his stuff. It's really funny because Pri and Dutch have this conversation about how you should always have a dialogue before front or back decisions are made. And so I'm gonna leave it with David and Jelko have been captured, and I'm gonna come back to that. All the while this is going on, Anila is still trying to figure out where Kendry is. She's been torturing Gander for hours, days, weeks, possibly. I don't even know. And Bryn has been helping her, but he won't tell them anything. She's refused. She hasn't put him in the green, which would tell her where Kendry is. And he says she's scared. And then eventually she shoves his hand in there with hers, and then she's like, I know where she is. And all of a sudden, the ship starts doing its own thing. And Bryn's like, what is happening? What's going on? And she goes, it's the lady. Apparently, the woman who talks to Anila in the green is someone called the lady. She's trapped inside the green, which is really creepy. So there's someone in the green. So crazy. But then we find all of this out while Anila is finding the central core of green, which connects directly to the lady. She puts her own green in it, messes it up so she gets control back of her ship, and she says her slaves, all of the Hullen people on her ship are hers. She goes back, the ship goes lets her know where Kendry is. All of that happens. She finds Kendry. Kendry is still pregnant. She's actually pretty excited Kendry is pregnant. Then Anila gets attacked. Kendry winds up saving her and says she feels really strong. Then realizes she is pregnant and like freaks out. And Anila's just like, do you want to torture Gander for a little bit? Do you want to go do that? They just go off to go torture Gander because Kendry is not okay with this. She's handling it decently. She also wants ice cream. So we don't exactly know what she did to Gander, but she wanted to torture him for a while. And then the next time we see them, all of Anila's Hullen are hooked up into the ship, and you're like, what is going on? So she apparently has a plan. She reveals to Kendry that she has a plan, but Kendry's not going to like it because whatever she's doing will take out Dutch and the lady, but it has something to do with Kendry. It shows up in the previews a little bit. Back with everybody else, Joko and Davin are in this like convoy thing, and Davin's like, well, what if you wanted us to help you get away from I cannot talk. Bro. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna screw up her name now because they said Bryn and now I can't. Brona. You could have just told us. And Joe was like, I don't want to be rescued. I like being her husband. Like, she's great, and like extols the virtues of her and like why he loves her. And I'm like, don't judge. They can be totally into like what I don't know what to call it. I feel like polyamory is incorrect in this situation. It's technically like a harem, but I don't know. I don't know. I love the fact that it's occurring because I was like, this is awesome. Like, Joko's just like cool with it. So Davin and Joko are just in this thing. They all of a sudden hear gunfire, and this is after Joko explains to Davin how he needs to be a good second to Dutch and like give her something, and figured out he was actually trying to steal the crystals to give to Brona for their anniversary. Brona. Sorry. I keep saying her name wrong now. And so they do this thing when they get, cause, they, like, Brona and her guys wanted her husband back. So she fought to get Joko back. And then when they get Joko, the two of them literally make out, and then she's like, if you do that again, I'll kill you myself. And I was like, this is awkwardly adorable. And then he, like, looks at husband number one because she says, you can ride up front with me. And he's like, haha, I'm coming for you, husband one, which was great. They go off on their merry way. Then Dutch actually talks to Zeph about how she's connected to Anila, and Zeph, like, freaks out and says, like, that's, like, because Dutch wants to kill Anila. Anila is Dutch's source. You know how that works with the Hullen. You kill the source, you kill the Hullen that are attached. So Dutch would die. And Zeph, like, freaks out, and Dutch is just, like, super calm. Then there's a war council meeting where they, like, explain the stuff, and Davin, like, is ready to go. And then Dutch says, like, I'll go in, I'll kill her. Like, they have a plan, but that plan will kill Dutch. Then when we go, like, later in the evening, Davin goes to talk to Dutch, and she's, like, humming and drinking. I feel like it's tea. I don't know. And then she reveals to Davin how she's connected to Anila, and he does not like this plan at all because he's like, you'll die. Like, it's basic Hullen biology. Like, you will die. And Dutch is like, I know, but I'm going to take her with me. And then he agrees to go through with it. He doesn't want to, but he does. So he can't tell Johnny because Dutch says Johnny won't let her do this. He'll want to protect her. So that's all happening. There are 2 episodes left, and next week Anila has sent Kendry to Team Awesome Force to figure out what's inside of her as a ploy, I think, which is so crazy to me. So I don't know, because I know the finale will be the big, like, battle royale, but stuff is gonna happen in this episode. I'm just not sure what exactly will happen. I don't know. This was such a funny episode, though. Like, it was funny. It had, like, adorable random things I wasn't expecting. Like, Brona and Jelko were actually super cute, and that whole multiple husbands thing was totally fine, because she's like, he's my strategizing husband. Like, this is why I love him. Like, all this, and I was like, that's really cool. Like, I couldn't be in a polyamorous relationship. I'm not even sure I could be in a single person relationship. But the whole setup was, like, cute, and I was like, this is great. As long as you're happy, be happy, date who you want, marry who you want, I don't care, exist as a person. So, I don't know, it was just fun. I liked that it was in there. I don't know, this whole episode, I also could not get over the amount of ass to mouth happened. The word, not the actual thing. Ew. Let's just end the video now before I put my foot in my mouth any farther, which is sounding even creepier than that normally does as a phrase. Anyway, next week, episode 9 of Killjoys, I'll be here talking about it and maybe being less creepy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at Kleffnotes, on my blog, kleffnotes.wordpress.com. I write for the Nerdy Girl Express, thenerdygirlexpress.com, and I run their Snapchat, the Nerdy Girl EXP. Bye, internet people.